Dave Reed at Quantum Key West Race Week 2013 with Tim Healy, winner of the J70 class at the first ever J70 major regatta, mid-winter champion, and now sort of you're part of kind of the J70 class history we were talking about on the way in today about this class. A lot of the J24 more grassroots. It's probably going to have a long history together, and pretty cool to want to sort of be the first one in. So what got you into the class in the first place? Why are you here?
I was actually part of the original sea trials back in March. So I got to get on the boat, actually boat 2, the one we sailed this week. And I really liked the boat, the way it sailed. I liked the concept of a simple boat, but still very fast and agile, easy to sail. And I really thought it would appeal to a large group of people and build a class really quickly.
So it's funny that as a sailmaker, you don't find that many sailmakers that actually own boats. So you probably before the race, you own this with Tom Burnham, another pro sailor, and this is something that the two of you can share and sail with families and kind of get big plans with it.
Yeah, I think the big test was I brought my wife out and my 2 kids who are 6 and 7 out for a day sail in July, and my wife took the helm and she could. It was blowing about 10 or 12 knots. She could manage the boat fine. The kids were having a great time. They go down below, they get on deck. It's a nice clean deck, and she loved it. And Tom Burnham did the same thing with his wife and kids, and they loved it. So day sailing on the bay is going to be what our families are going to use it for.
Put the cruising sails on and use it.
Yeah, exactly.
So making the transition from the J24, which you're obviously one tons of events, and that's your strength. What has been the transition, you think, for you personally, making from pullback to no pole?
Well, I think there's definitely a little bit of a learning curve there to just figure out the mode, the high-fast mode. And then the most difficult was when we were in transition between planing and displacement. And I think that's the most difficult part to learn. And, slowly over time, the team learned to do that. And but it's going to take more and more time to kind of master that, and we're not there yet.
Now I've seen that you are certainly the master of going upwind as well. What were some of the things that you think were important in all the choppy stuff and the light stuff and just pure boat speed?
Well, I think the big difference with the J24 and J70 is the J24 likes a looser head stay, and until you really get overpowered, which isn't until 16, 17 knots in the J24, you play the headstay sag to get power. J70, in about 10 knots, the boat powers up and likes a firm headstay. So I think that was one of the things we learned, and later in the week we figured out tighter rig, tighter headstay worked better, and I think that was the key to the boat speed later in the week.
And how about sort of, again, sort of that, what your technician Chip trimmer John Mollico was talking about, this lazy planing, he called it. What's that sensation? What are you feeling on the helm to sort of feel like you're in control of the boat, but never dropping off the plane?
Well, it's constant communication between the trimmer and the helmsman, and it's really feeling the chute load up and figure out when to bear away and unload the rig and really go for a little acceleration. The tricky part is the boat slows down, so then you have to head back up again, and that's where the decision has to be made to go up higher to create more speed, more apparent, or go down in displacement mode and really work the VMG more. So that's still a really tricky area, but I think the team figured that out a little bit better towards the end of the week.
And in terms of, we sailed with 4 up this week, and there was a lot of boats with 3. Where do you think, in terms of both weight and boat handling and stuff like that, is kind of the ideal setup for a boat like this?
It's hard to tell. This regatta we had great wind, so we sailed at about 685. I think going into the regatta I would have preferred to be a little bit lighter, maybe 650. But second place, they had about 750 pounds of weight. So it's hard to tell until we get more regattas with lighter wind and different conditions what the optimum weight's going to be.
So you might have actually been right on the money with the weight.
Yeah, well, for this regatta.
No starvation diets.
Yeah, no, that'd be good.
All right, so maybe you've so John Malcolm on us, and you're Jeff Becker, your all-star spinnaker trimmer. You guys are sailing a lot together in 24s. And
yeah. That's the key. Is the time that we spent in the J24, the communication helped out a lot. Having you on board and just the chemistry worked out great. So I think every day we got out there early, worked on what we needed to work on, and slowly made steps forward. And really, I think that was the key.
And history was made in Key West. Onward. So what are your plans with the boat for the winter?
Next regatta is going to be Charleston Race Week, so I'm going to take it home and then bring it back down for Charleston Race Week. That's going to be the next regatta.
And then what's on from learning from what you did this week? What's sort of the next thing to focus on in terms of really figuring the boat out?
I think it's time in the boat, especially in light to moderate conditions, and see what the boat likes and how it performs there. And I'm sure we're going to have to learn a whole new set of tricks and tuning and sail trim to maximize the speed there.
And figure out the light stuff.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Thank you very much, Tim.
All right. Thanks.
Great regatta.
Thank you.
There you go. Key West 2013. We're out.